Good morning. Sit down. Then, how are you? Oh, all looking energetic today? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, let's first take our attendance. Yes, ma'am. Tanisha. Present, ma'am. Riya. Present, ma'am. Vishal. Present, ma'am. Ishita. Present, ma'am. Tarun. Present, ma'am. Smruti Shikta. Present, ma'am. Kanishk. Present, ma'am. Okay, good. So, what we are going to do today? English. And you know what? We are going to have a surprise test today. What? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, take out your pen and paper. We are going to have dictation today. Okay? Get ready with your pen and paper now. So, the first word is mortified. Mortified. The second one is excitement. Excitement. The third one is curious. Curious. All are writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't see from friends. Dull. Dull. Written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The last one is miserable. Miserable. Everyone is done?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I collect the papers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now without making noise, one by one, come and give me the paper. Bring your paper and come. Come on fast. Yes, yes, those who have given, go back to your place. Everyone is given?
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Kanishk? Give me the paper, what happened? What is this? You have written only 2 words. Stand up. Stand up first. What is the problem? I gave only 5 words and you couldn't write that also. What is the problem, Kanishk? Give me the paper. You'll get 0 marks now. Give me fast. Is there any problem, Kanishk? I'm talking to you. Is there any problem? Then why didn't you write then? I gave only 5 words, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened, Kanishk? Not learned, why? So bad. Anyway, give me the paper, you'll get 0 marks for it. Anyway, let's see. Leave it, you'll get 2. Leave it. Anyway, sit down now. I need to talk to your parents now. Okay, children? I'll come tomorrow and give you a paper for dictation, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh my God. My head is paining. Oh my God, I'm really angry today.
What happened, ma'am?
What to tell you? There is a boy in my class.
Which boy, ma'am?
Kanishk, ma'am.
Kanish. Which class is in?
6B.
What happened to him, ma'am?
What to tell you, sir? He's such a slow learner. Never does it work in time. Today I gave him only 5 dictation and he couldn't write that also. I'm really angry with him. I want to go and meet his parents now.
क्या नाम बताया मैम आपने?
Kanishk.
कनिष्क ओके मैम, आप नए हो ना शायद इसलिए आपको नहीं पता। उस बच्चे में है मैम, वो थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब रहता है, हर क्लास में उसका यही हाल है।
कुछ तो कारण होगा ना मैम?
हाँ
Actually, ma'am, no, he met with an accident.
Oh,
Yes. And because of that, no, he is facing this problem. He could not hear properly. He could not concentrate in the class properly.
Oh my God, I had no idea at all. And I was so bad with him. I was so angry with him. Anyway, I'm going to go to the class and meet him, talk to him. Good morning. Sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Then, how are you?
Fine.
Okay. So, take out your English book now. All of you? Yes, Kanishk, how are you? Come here. Kanishk, when is your birthday?
Ma'am, 15th of July.
15th of July. Who celebrates it?
And my mother and
Father. This time we all are going to celebrate your birthday. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Show me the smile. Yes. Yesterday I scolded you lots. Huh? Okay. Don't worry. From today I won't scold Kanishk now. He's a very good boy and he promised me to learn and come. No? And any problem always come to me. Okay? Don't worry. Show your smile once again. Very good boy. Okay. Go to your place. Sit down.
Just now, we saw that how a teacher has changed her attitude towards a child when she came to know that the child has undergone a trauma of a major operation.
Is there any problem, Kanishk? I'm talking to you. Is there any problem? Then why didn't you write then? Oh my God, I had no idea at all. And I was so bad with him. I was so angry with him. Anyway, I'm going to go to the class and meet him, talk to him.
But a very small question arises here. Why could not she show the same attitude before knowing the fact that the child has undergone an operation? Instead of being sympathetic, the teacher should have an empathetic attitude towards all children in her class.
How do we know that the teacher has developed self-awareness in this situation? Should we consider self-realization or being empathetic towards others as self-awareness? It may be interesting to know that self-realization often leads to self-awareness, and empathy is also an important aspect of self-awareness. We all know that we have come to this world with empty mind. But as time passes, we create our beliefs, ego, attitude and emotions unconsciously. Not only that, we also allow these inbuilt impressions to shape our own perceptions. But our role changes with time. We play the role of a child, a parent, a teacher and a spouse at different points of time and at different phases of our life. But yet we doubt who we are. We are fully aware that our lifespan is limited. Sometimes we even ask ourselves, who am I? Why am I here? Am I living my life on my own terms? Or am I living my life as others expect me to? We will never resolve our problems and issues of our life if we do not first try to know ourselves. How do we know ourselves? Or we may say what self-awareness is.
Will Schutz has rightly said that one cannot gain control over oneself without knowing the self. Therefore, we may say that self-awareness is the knowledge about oneself. It's a process of getting in touch with one's feelings, beliefs, behaviors and emotions. It involves a more accurate understanding of how students are being affected by the emotions and behaviors of the teachers, and in turn, how the teachers are being affected by the behavior of the students. Finally, we may say that knowing oneself means paying a deep attention to one's internal state, like one's feelings, moods, beliefs and values.
Good morning, children. Sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay, now take out your notebook, beta. Okay, yesterday we discussed about the playing with numbers now. Yes. And I explained you HCF and LCM very well. Yes, so related to the same concept, I'll give you a few questions and you will do yourself, okay? So fine. The question number first is HCM by division method. Okay, beta? Rudraj, what are you doing, beta? Give me a notebook, beta. What happened? Give me a notebook. Let me check what are you doing. What happened, beta? Why are you not doing your work? Yesterday, I explained you very well. I gave you 5 questions for homework also. So you did at home. You did a practice. So you practice. So why are you not doing a work in the classwork? And what are you doing there? This is your drawing period? No, na? So why are you not doing? Is there any problem? Look, don't do again the same thing, beta. If you have any problems, please come to me. 12, 14, 16, okay? You will separately factorize all 3 terms are there. Then you will find out the common numbers from there, okay? The first step will be finished here because one number is already remainder here. So again we will take a second part. So remainder is 0, that means this is our HCF. Got it? So you will start your work? Sure? Okay, beta, please do it. Yes. Very good. Keep it up. Diya, your work has finished? Completed? Very good. Look, now she has completed her work. Very good. Everyone has been completed now? Yes. Okay, so fine, just give me your notebooks. Yes. You didn't bring your copy today? Yes. Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. Shabash, beta. Keep it up. Okay, you can do better. Okay? So please don't hesitate every time. You can do much better. So tomorrow I'll take a test for 3 digits. So I'll give some extra 10 sums to you, which is marked in your book, like 1st to 10. So all the sums you will do in your assignment project work. Pooja, got it? Okay? And now beta, please keep all the copy in the staff room and I'm going, okay? So, have a great day, beta. Okay, sit down all of you.
As teachers, we all know that teaching mathematics in a class is not at all an easy task. But it's all the more difficult to teach a student who's finding it difficult to learn maths. But we've already seen that how a teacher has effectively and patiently managed to handle a boy who was reluctant in learning mathematics. How could it be possible? It's only possible by developing one's self-awareness.
When the new section started, my first word used to be every year in the class is that I know every student is scared of maths and they don't like the maths teachers also. Okay, so first of all I used to tell them that you love maths. First you love maths, then only the subject will come to your way. Okay, first make your mindset like that. The subject is very easy. And you start from the small questions, and in my class also I used to start from the simple questions and used to relate with the life. Suppose in maths I can take algebra. Algebra is a new topic for the students. They are very much confused with the variables and numbers and all that. So while addition of algebra and all that, I used to give the example of some 2 apples and 3 oranges. Can you add it and tell me 5 oranges? So they say no. So how? Because if they are oranges and apples, we can't add. The same way I used to explain the variables x and y. We can't add them together. Okay, like that. And integers. Suppose they are very much confused about integers. So I used to explain the signs and all that, and also algebraic expression. I used to compare algebraic expression with a train usually, and the students are very happy with that. Algebraic expression, their terms related to the bogies and the connection with the connection part and all that.
कक्षा में जब हम जाते हैं तो हमें कई समस्याओं का सामना भी करना पड़ता है। कोई बहुत शैतान बच्चे होते हैं, नॉटी, जो हमेशा क्लास को डिस्टर्ब करते रहते हैं। एक बार मैंने देखा कि एक बच्चा, मैंने कुछ उनको ड्रॉ करने के लिए दिया, चित्र बनाओ, तो मैम रोना शुरू किया, मैम मुझे नहीं आता, मुझे नहीं आता, इस तरह से। मैं क्या बेटा, एक बार गुस्सा आ रहा है कि क्यों नहीं आता, इस क्लास में पढ़ रहा है, मुझे नहीं आता, मुझे नहीं करना, लेकिन फिर भी अपने अंदर सहन शक्ति रखते हुए कि नहीं बेटा आपको आता है, जैसा भी आता है आप करो। तो मैंने कुछ देर बाद ही देखा कि उस बच्चे ने बहुत अच्छा ड्रॉ किया है, बहुत अच्छे से ड्राइंग की।
It's true, as teachers we have all come across many experiences in which we have succeeded or failed in our own classroom. Success or failure in this context is the degree of our control over the minds of the students. But a teacher can have a control over the student only if he or she has a control over himself or herself, and that is possible only by developing self-awareness. It's particularly important for the teachers who handle the students with emotional and behavioral disorders. The teacher sometimes gets irritated by the behavior of the students, but to handle such a situation, the teacher should understand himself or herself and also others.
टीचर की सबसे अच्छी क्वालिटी है कि उसे कोई पेशेंस होना चाहिए। अगर आपको किसी बात पे गुस्सा आ रहा है, उसको कंट्रोल करो और अपना ध्यान जो है किसी और चीज़ में, कुछ इनोवेटिव करने में, आप उसमें अपना ध्यान को केंद्रित कीजिए। क्लास में जो है मेरे साथ एक एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा हुआ था, एक बच्चा था जो कि बहुत ही शरारती था और पढ़ाई में बिल्कुल इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेता था। कारण यह था कि वो शुरू से अगर कभी कोई शरारत करता था तो सभी उसे यही बोलते थे कि मैम ये बच्चा तो ऐसे ही करता है। टीचर से मैंने बात किया तो वो भी यही, इसके साथ कुछ नहीं हो सकता, आप इसके ऊपर ध्यान देना छोड़ दीजिए। लेकिन मुझे तब पता चला, हाँ यही मेरा एम है, ये बच्चा है, अगर मैं इसको सुधार दूंगी तो मैं एक सक्सेसफुल, एक सफलता जो है मेरे अंदर है। मैं उस बच्चे को, मैंने उससे बात की तो उसने मुझे यही बताया कि मैम मैं कुछ अच्छा भी करता हूँ, थोड़ा सा मुझसे गलती हो जाती है या कोई और बच्चा शरारत करता है तो सारा ब्लेम मुझ पे आता है। सब यही बोलते हैं कि यही बच्चा होगा जिसने किया हुआ। इससे क्या हुआ, उसका जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल था वो बिल्कुल डाउन चला गया और उसने सोचा कि अगर मैं कुछ अच्छा भी करूँगा तो क्या फ़ायदा, मुझे तो टीचर ने यही बोलना है कि तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते। फिर मैंने उनके टीचर से बात की, उनके पीयर ग्रुप से बात की, उनके पेरेंट्स से बात की कि अगर ये बच्चा थोड़ा सा भी अच्छा काम करता है तो उसको मोटिवेट करो। और धीरे धीरे यही हुआ, हर टीचर्स ने जो है उनको मोटिवेट करना शुरू हुआ और आज मैं सेटिस्फाई हूँ। वो एक बच्चा लोअर से एवरेज आ गया है, वो ही मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी सफलता है।
One may be curious to know that what are the main aspects of self-awareness on which one must gain control over? That means one should try to be the master of self. What do we mean by self-mastery? Well, it means to control one's own emotions and desires in order to achieve harmony across many aspects of our lives. In other words, one must have a great control over one's own emotions so that no one can provoke him or her in an undesirable manner.
मुझे एक एक्सपीरियंस याद आता है कि एक बच्चा क्लास में बहुत ज़्यादा शरारती तो मैं नहीं कहूँगी, लेकिन पता नहीं उसका पढ़ने में उसको मन नहीं लगता था, क्योंकि शायद उसका बिहेवियर ऐसा था कि सभी टीचर जो उससे बहुत इरिटेट रहती थी और मैं उसकी क्लास टीचर भी थी। तो जब मैं शुरू में गई तो मुझे भी उस बच्चे से बहुत इरिटेशन होती थी और उसको देखते ही मुझे लगता था कि अब आधा टाइम तो इस बच्चे को सेटल डाउन करने में लगेगा, थोड़ी देर डांट दो वो फिर चुप हो जाए, और हर टाइम हर पीरियड में ऑलमोस्ट वो पनिशमेंट में होता था। लेकिन कुछ टाइम के बाद मुझे लगा कि मैं हमेशा इसकी एक नेगेटिव पार्टी देख रही हूँ क्योंकि एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हम सभी में अच्छी क्वालिटीज़ भी हैं और बुरी क्वालिटीज़ भी होती हैं। तो बच्चों के उस गुड पार्ट को मैंने उसका देखा कि इसमें क्या ऐसा अच्छा है जिसको मैं अप्रिशिएट कर सकती हूँ या मैं इसके नेचर को थोड़ा और अच्छा कर सकती हूँ। क्योंकि फिर मैंने कुछ चीज़ें उसमें ऑब्जर्व करनी शुरू की, तो मैंने देखा कि एक तो वो बहुत क्लास में जब भी वो आता था उसकी ड्रेस हमेशा नीट एंड क्लीन होती थी, उसका ड्राइंग पार्ट बहुत अच्छा होता था। जनरली जब क्लास का बोर्ड डेकोरेट करते थे या बुलेटिन बोर्ड्स को डेकोरेशन की बात आती थी तो उस बच्चे का पार्टिसिपेशन सबसे अच्छा होता था। लेकिन सारे टीचर्स जो हैं उसको हम रिकग्नाइज़ नहीं करते थे क्योंकि हम उसको उस काम को हम सेकेंडरी रखते थे। लेकिन वहाँ से मैंने उसको अप्रिशिएट करना शुरू किया। अपनी क्लास में जब मैं आती थी सुबह, जब मैं कुछ उसके लिए अच्छा ऑब्जर्व करती थी तो मैं क्लास में उसको अप्रिशिएट करती थी, उसके लिए क्लैपिंग करवाती थी। तो धीरे धीरे उस बच्चे का कॉन्फिडेंस जो वो मैं बढ़ने लगा और उस बच्चे ने अपनी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है वो मेरे साथ आके शेयर करने लग गया। वहाँ से मैंने देखा कि मेरी और उसकी बॉन्डिंग जो है वो बहुत अच्छी चली गई और उसको देख करके और जो बच्चे थे उन पे भी बहुत इफेक्ट होने लगा।
Let us now discuss the concept of self-awareness in detail. As teachers, when we desire to know ourselves, we must perceive it in two different dimensions. The first one is the behavioral awareness and the second one is professional awareness. Let us now come to the first one, behavioral awareness. Our behavior is yet another area of our life where we need to build up our own awareness. A number of traits and habits constitute our personality. When confronted with the problematic situations in the school, we sometimes react in a passive manner and sometimes completely in an aggressive manner.
हर टीचर को जो है अपने बारे में सबसे पहले जानना ज़रूरी है। मैं इस बात से गांधी जी से बहुत इंस्पायर हूँ। एक बार उनके साथ भी ऐसा ही हुआ था कि एक मदर जो है वो अपने बच्चे को लेके आई कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा गुड़ खाता है, जो मीठा होता है वो बहुत खाता है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप 2-3 दिन बाद आना। तो उसकी माता ने पूछा कि गांधी जी आपने 2-3 दिन बाद ही क्यों मुझे बुलाया? तो उन्होंने बोला कि जब मैं खुद ही गुड़ खाता था तो पहले वो चीज़ मुझे छोड़नी पड़ेगी, तब मैं उस बच्चे को सिखाऊंगा। तो उस बात से मैं गांधी जी से इतनी इंस्पायर हुई कि पहले मुझे अपने आप को सुधारना होगा। मुझ में अगर पेशेंस है तो मैं बच्चों को बोलूँगी, अगर मैं डिसिप्लिन हूँ तो ही मैं अपने बच्चों को बोलूँगी। मुझे देख कर वो सीखेंगे।
We often make assumptions based on what we perceive about another person's behavior. One child's frown may mean deep concentration, while another's might mean that the child didn't get the point described in the class. As a teacher, we should learn to distinguish between what we believe we are sensing and how we actually appraise a student or a situation.
Now let us discuss about the second aspect, that is the professional awareness. What do you mean by professional awareness? For a teacher, this means an understanding of self in terms of his or her professional abilities and requirements. In this context, I would like to mention about the study conducted by the educationist P. Millis on the relationship between a teacher's life and teaching. He suggests 3 categories of self-understanding that is needed for a teacher.
Pedagogical personality refers to one's self-concept, confidence, and bias, and how these affect interactions with students. For understanding and developing our pedagogical personality, we may ask ourselves questions like, what about my abilities as a teacher? How much mastery I am having in my subject?
एज अ टीचर आप कितने ही, आपकी एजुकेशन कितनी अच्छी क्यों ना हो, आपका अपने सब्जेक्ट पे कितना ही कमांड क्यों ना हो, हालांकि ये दोनों चीज़ें बहुत ज़रूरी हैं, लेकिन उसके अलावा जब तक आप बच्चों के साथ अपने रिलेशन को अच्छे तरीके से नहीं संभाल पाते, तब तक बच्चों के साथ ना तो आप जो समझाना चाहते हैं वो बच्चों तक पहुँचेगा और ना ही बच्चे आपकी उस जो आप पढ़ा रहे हैं उसमें बच्चे इंटरेस्ट ले पाएंगे। तो बिल्कुल मुझे लगता है कि सबसे पहले हमारा बच्चों से जो रिलेशन है वो बहुत कंफर्टेबल होना चाहिए। बच्चों को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है तो सबसे पहले बच्चे ये ना झिझकें कि मैं टीचर के पास जाऊंगा तो शायद इसका ना तो मुझे जवाब मिलेगा, या जो कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो बच्चे उसको ठीक से आपसे पूछ नहीं पाएंगे। अगर जब ऐसा होने लग जाता है तो वहीं से ही एक प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो जाती है और टीचर भी बच्चों के साथ इरिटेट रहने लग जाता है और बच्चे भी उस टीचर के साथ कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो पाते हैं।
Pedagogical assumption refers to the basic values and beliefs that guide teachers' practices in the classroom. Questions that might be asked on this aspect are: what are the objectives of teaching? Am I able to make students construct knowledge? Are my students interacting while I teach? Answers to these questions help in shaping a teacher's plan for instruction and interaction with students in a better way.
Today we are not going to use any books. We are going to learn in English in a very different way, a very constructive method. Okay? Do you like stories, children?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you heard many stories?
Yes, ma'am.
And I am sure you will be able to develop a story. You will be able to give me a story. Now I want to be the listener. Okay? For this purpose you don't have to worry. I have put up some charts there. By looking at the pictures you can tell the story. What are the actions happening? Okay? Now how do you start a story, children? Okay, you tell me.
Once upon a time.
Okay, once upon a time and yes.
One day.
One day. And what do you think? Which will be best?
Pedagogical repertoire refers to teachers' knowledge of alternative approaches for managing students. It also refers to their appreciation for those alternative approaches and further to introduce the content. Questions related for a teacher with this aspect could be: what are the best approaches to manage students in the classroom? What are the ways in which I can present the content? With which instructional approach do I feel confident? Which are the instructional techniques that I am not comfortable with?
By this time, you must have gathered some idea as to what self-awareness is, how a teacher should have control over his or her emotions, and how professional awareness will develop your professional requirements. We must not thrust our ideas upon others, and we must have control over ourselves. Self-awareness is just like a mirror where we can see our own image, and through this we can understand ourselves in a better way and shape the futures of our students in a better way. As teachers, we treat our classrooms as laboratories where we experiment with the truth. And the truth is that without self-awareness, we cannot succeed and achieve our goals.